Hello, good evening, everyone. Please confirm if I'm audible to all of you or not.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
All right, thank you so much, Abin. Okay, everyone. So let's continue the session. In the previous classes, we were discussing about the dissolution of the partnership firm, and until now we have covered a lot of question based on the dissolution. We started this chapter with the meaning of the dissolution of the partnership. Then we did question wherein we were required to prepare the realization account, partners capital account, and the bank account. Then we did few questions wherein we were required to journalize the dissolution process. Okay, so today, since we have been doing from the last 2 3 sessions, we were doing the question that requires the journal entry. But today we'll talk about a question wherein we will be required to prepare the realization account in the partner's capital account, and most probably this is going to be the last class of this particular topic. All right, so just a minute. All right, so I'll start the session from this question number 13. Everybody read the question carefully. Question 13 says Mala, Neela, and Kala were in partnership sharing profit in the ratio of 7:2:1, and the balance sheet of the firm as at 31st of March 2019 was given as under. On the in the balance sheet, you can see there are certain assets like building, plant, goodwill, then 100 shares in X Limited at cost, 1000 shares in Y Limited at cost, stock, debtor, bank, and patent. All these are the asset. On the liability side, we can see the capital balances of the partners as given. Then the information about the creditors, reserve for the depreciation on plant and machinery is also there. Apart from the balance sheet, we are provided with few adjustment. Like adjustment A says that Mala is taking over the building at an agreed amount of 31,500. Now, see, the value of the building is actually 20,000, and Mala is taking over that building with a value of rupees 31,500. So obviously, Mala is paying more than the value of book value of the building. Now, it simply means that there is a profit for the firm, since Mala is taking over the building at a greater value, greater than the book value. Then it says in adjustment B, it says Neela, who was to carry on the business, to take over the goodwill, stock, debtor at book value, patent 30,000, plant 5,000. He was also to pay the creditors. So Neela is taking over various assets, like Neela took over the goodwill, Neela also took over the stock, debtors, patent, everything. And other than patent, Neela also took over the plants. Apart from the asset, Neela also paying the creditors as well. So creditor, as you can see on the liability side, we have the creditor as 11,210. So Neela must be paying the entire amount of creditors. Then in adjustment C's, it says that Kala to take over the share in X Limited 15 each. Then the share in Y Limited to be divided in the profit sharing ratio. So ledger account recordings the dissolution in the book of the firm. So the question is requiring us to show the ledger. That means we are required to prepare the realization account and the partner's capital account and the bank account as well. All right, everybody. I hope the question is clear, everyone. So let's start with the solution. In this question, as usual, the first thing that we'll be required to do is to prepare the realization account. Everyone understood the question? Shall we start with the solution? Alexander, you are there. Abin,
Yes,
Sania. Question is
Yes.
clear to all of you. So you can start with the realization account, all of you. I think you guys can also prepare the realization account for this question. So do you want to try first?
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's do one thing. Let's just prepare the realization account along with me. Everybody, just start with the format of the realization account first of all. Evan, you're saying something?
Oh, no, sir. Yes, we can.
You can. Okay. Anyway, so let me just start with the format first of all. Just a moment.
Sir, question number 13, right?
Question number 13. Yeah. Okay. So as usual, the first step is to prepare the realization account. We have made the format of the realization account. Just a moment. All right. So let's just quickly take the value of the asset and liability on the relevant side of the realization account. As you can see on the asset side, we have building plant, goodwill, 100 shares in X Limited and 1000 shares in Y Limited. These are what? These are just investment. Earlier in the previous question, investment used to be given. Question used to give the information about the investment by the name of investment itself. But this time, instead of indicating it as the value of the investment, question this time changes the statement. Instead of saying the investment, rather it says that 100 shares in X Limited and 1000 shares in Y Limited has been invested. So these are basically investment. All right. So we will be taking these to the realization account as well, just like any other investment. Other than shares, we have stock, debtors, bank, and patent. Now see, all of among out of all of these assets, I think bank cannot be transferred to the realization account. Everybody is able to recall that concept.
Yes.
We transfer all the asset to the realization account apart from the bank balance. All right, bank and cash cannot be transferred to the realization account. Rather, this will be transferred to the bank account itself. So we'll talk about that later. But first of all, let's start with the transfer of the sundry asset to the debit side of the realization account, and also we will transfer crediting the liabilities on the credit side of of the realization account. So let's just do that quickly. First of all, let me write down the value of all the assets on the debit side. Buildings, then plant, goodwill was also there, then 100 shares in X Limited, 1000 shares in Y Limited, then debtors will also be transferred, debtors, and one last item, patents. right? So we will carry all these assets to the debit side of the realization account. This is debit side and this is credit side. Now look at the values of these asset. Building is 20,000, plant 3122, goodwill 10,000. Then investment is 2,400 and 10,000. Stock 11,250, 8740 and 38080. Let's write down all these value here. 20,000, 312.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Why we are recording sundry assets on the debit side of the realization?
Because that is what the rule says. Where whenever we prepare the realization account, we need to record, we need to transfer all the, since the form is dissolving now, whenever
Yes.
form dissolve, we need to prepare the realization account. And when form dissolve, we need to dispose of all the assets. And whenever assets is being disposed of, we need to be recorded on the debit side of the realization account. That is what the rule says.
Okay. So it's the rule. Okay.
Yeah. This is the rule for the formation of the resolution realization account.
Okay.
Debtors were, stocks were 11,250. So then there was debtor 8740. And one last item, patents was also there, I guess. Yeah, 38080. All right. So we have taken into account all the assets. Then we will, on the credit side of the realization account, will write down the value of the liabilities. So I'll write down by sundry liabilities. We'll transfer all the liabilities on the credit side. So as you can see on the liability side of the balance sheet, we have creditors, reserve for depreciation. Both are the liability. So we'll be transferring it to the credit side. Creditors, first of all, value of the creditor was 11,210. Then after this, reserve for depreciation on plant. Depreciation on plant amount was 20,000. Okay, and I think no other liability was there. So this is it. This is it. So all the assets have been transferred to the debit side of the realization account. All the liabilities has been transferred to the credit side of the realization account. All we need to do is just total these asset and then write down the total value of it on the respective sides. Just a minute. Let me total all these values. This will be 20,000 plus 31220 plus 10,000 plus 2,400 plus 10,000 again, then 8740, then 38080, 38080 plus 11,250. It is 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690. 131690.
1,31 crores.
Okay, and totaling the liabilities 11,210 plus 20,000. This will be 31,210. Understood, everyone? Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll get back to the question and moving on to the adjustment part. It says Mala to take over the building at an agreed amount 31500. Mala is taking over the building. So I'll write down by Mala's capital account. Mala is taking over the building and she's taking the value, she's taking the building at a value of 31500. 31500. Done? Understood, everyone? Moving on to the next part. It says Neela, who was to carry on the business. Neela will take over goodwill, stock, debtor, patent, plant. Okay, so she's taking over so many assets, and she has also decided to pay the creditors. Okay, so let's do that quickly. By Neela's capital account. So first of all, she's taking over the goodwill, stock, and debtors, then patent and plant as well. Patent at a value of 30,000. It is there in the question, 30,000. And plant at 5,000. Okay, so I'm assuming that all other assets is being taken over at a book value. So book value of all these assets are goodwill. The book value of goodwill was 10,000. See here, it is written here 10,000. Then she's also taking over the stock 11,250. Then debtors 8740. Done. Okay. And it also says in the question that she will be paying for the creditors as well. All right. So we'll have to, on the debit side, we'll be writing to Neela's account. Creditor will be discharged by Neela as well. So creditor, let's look at the value of the creditor. Creditors here, it is at 11,210. That the entire amount of creditor will be discharged off by the Neela. So 11,210. 11,210. Understood, everyone? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have treated all both the adjustment A and B completely. Moving on to the next adjustment is Kala to take over share in X Limited at 15 each. Alright, so we will have to extend it further. A moment. It says that Kala will be taking over the shares of X Limited. Kala's capital account. Will debit her account with the amount of shares she's taking. So she's taking over the estimated shares. Now look at the estimated share. Book value of estimated share was 100 shares were at a book value of 2400. And Kala have decided to take over these shares at 15 each. That means 100 shares will be taken over at 15 each. That means at what price Kala will be taking over these shares? Anybody? Please tell me.
So 1500.
Shares in 1500. Why 1500? Because 100 into 15 each. 100 shares were there for limited, and we have decided to take over all these shares. So that means 100 into 15, that will be 1500. And in the last adjustment, it says that the share in Y limited to be divided in the profit sharing ratio. Now see, what is the total value of the shares invested in Y? We have a total investment in Y limited of 10,000. That means 1,000 shares were there, valuing 10,000. Question says that this will be distributed among all the partners, and it will be distributed among all the partners in the profit sharing ratio. Now look at the profit sharing ratio in the question. In the first line of the question, it says partners are sharing the profit and loss in the ratio of 7:2:1. That means everybody will be going to get the proportion of share in Y limited in the profit sharing ratio 7:2:1. That means Mala is going to get 700 share, right? Neela is going to get 200 shares, and Kala is going to get 100 shares. All right, understood everyone? So we'll write this as, just a minute. Shares in Y limited. Shares in Y limited. And Mala will also take over some shares. So shares in Y limited. Mala is going to get 700 shares out of 1,000, or 7,000 shares. The value of which is 7,000. And similarly, Neela is going to get value share valuing 2,000, and Kala is going to get 1,000 value shares. All right, everybody. Is it clear, everyone? Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
Yes.
So I think we have transferred all the assets. We disposed of all the assets. We disposed of all the liabilities. We paid the liabilities as well. There is one liability that is not yet paid, and that I think is not required to be paid also, because see, we have a liability called reserve on depreciation. So reserve is though, even though it is considered as a liability, but it is not required to be paid. So therefore there will be no entry for this. All right, so this will be recorded on the credit side only. We won't be paying it off on the date of dissolution, so we won't be doing anything about it. Other than that, I think we have paid off all the liability, and we disposed of all the asset. We realize some amount of the out of the asset as well. So everything is done in the, as far as the realization account is concerned. I think now I can total both the sides, and when you will total it, you will be noticing that on the debit side of the realization account, we will be having a total balance of 1,42,890. Total of the debit side of the realization account is 142,890. And when you will subtract the when you will subtract all the credit side item out of it, just a minute, let me just total all these values here. 11,210.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, shares of Y Limited is recorded in Neela's capital account and Kala's capital account. So what is the Why we are recording, sir?
Why we are recording it?
Yeah, yes. It's recorded on the board. Sir.
Because question says so. You can see, you can read the adjustment D. It says that shares in Y Limited to be divided in profit sharing ratio. It is to be divided in profit sharing ratio basically means it need to be distributed among all the partners. So what was the total value of the shares in Y Limited? Y Limited total shares were 10,000,
10,000.
right? So we
Yes.
will distribute it among Mala, Nila and Kala. Everybody is going to get
In the old
in
ratio.
the ratio of 7:2:1.
1.
So that means 7,000 for Mala, right? And for Nila 2,000 and for Kala 1,000. Understood?
Yes. So we will distribute in the old ratio 7:2. So every partners will equal.
Yes. Okay. Now totaling all these values, just a minute. 31500 plus 7,000 will be 38500, and this will be 66980, and this is 2500. All right. Now when you will subtract all the items of all the credit side values out of the debit side value, 142,890 minus 2,500 minus 66980 minus 38500 3120, you will get you will be getting a loss. We have a loss in the realization account. Loss will be of 3,700. There is a loss in realization account valuing 3,700, and this loss will definitely be distributed among all the partners. So I'll write down by loss transferred to Mala's capital account, Neela's capital account, as well as Kala capital. And then we will choose this realization account. We will get 142,890, and the share in loss will be for Mala. For Mala, it will be 2,590. For Neela, it will be 740, and for Kala, it will be 370. Tell me, everyone, is this clear? Yes or no? Is realization account clear to everybody? Can we move to the
Yes,
next
sir.
part of the question? Formation of
Yes,
the
sir.
partners capital account. Everybody,
Yes, sir.
you guys are still writing or you are done?
Done, sir.
Done.
Done. Okay, so this was
Sir,
our
wait, sorry,
realization
total.
account. Sorry,
Total of the
total.
so 1,42,890.
Yeah, 142,890.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the partners capital account now. Since we are done with the realization account, we can prepare the partners capital account. And I want all of you to make the format of the partners capital account quickly. So this is the partner's capital account, and everybody knows that what do we do first thing in the partner's capital account? We write down their partner's capital account opening balances. So I'll write down by balance BD. In order to write down the opening balance, you will have to go to the balance sheet. So on the liability side, you can see the Mala, Neela, and Kala's capital balances 12410, 86500, 80620. All right, so we'll write this down 12410, 8650, and 80620. Okay, so this is the opening balance of the partner. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, as everyone knows that we had a loss in the realization account. That means we need to transfer this loss to the partner's capital account as well. So we'll go to the debit side of the partner's capital account and record the loss that has been transferred from the realization account. So I'll write down just a minute. To realization loss.
So we are not able to use your solution.
Realization account loss. It is loss was 2590, 740, and 370. Understood, everyone? Is it clear,
Yes.
everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then now back to the realization account. Now we can see there are certain assets and certain liabilities which were paid, and certain assets that has been taken over by the partners. So for that, we will have to credit and debit their accounts as well. So like first of all, it is given here as you can see in the realization account, Kala's capital account need to be debited because Kala is taking over the shares of X Limited at 1500, and Kala is also taking over the shares of Y Limited at 1000. So that means Kala's capital account needs to be debited by 2500, right? So we'll go to the partner's capital account again and write down to realization account. Amount will be recorded in the Kala's account only, 2500. Understood, everybody? Is it clear, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then coming back to the realization account one more time, and here you can see Neela's capital account is also need to be debited by 66980, since Neela is also taking over the goodwill, stock, debtor, patent, plant, shares. So all of these collectively, the collective value of all these is 66980. So we'll debit her account as well. Again, we'll write down to Neela. Or else we can simply write this under, instead of writing it one more time, we can simply debit Neela's account by 66980. Got it, everyone? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the same thing need to be done for the Mala as well. Mala account need to be debited by 38500. We'll go to the partner's capital account again. 38500 to Mala's capital account. Understood, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then let's come to the debit side of the realization account. You can see Here as well, we have a partner's name. The Neela's capital account need to be credited by 11210 since Neela is paying off the creditors. Right. So we'll go to the realization, partner's capital account, and on the credit side this time, write down by realization account, and who is paying off the liabilities, the creditors. Only Neela is paying off the creditors. So we'll write down only in the column of the Neela 11210. Understood? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Then apart from this, I think no other thing is required since we have recorded we did all the adjustment, we transferred all the asset. I think this is it. We won't be doing anything. We just need to uh, find out the in fact the balancing figures that need to be paid to the partners in case of the dissolution. So let's just total all these items. So first of all, let's total the Mala's account. So on the debit side, we have 2590, and on the credit side, 2590 plus 38500. Right. So sum total of it is 41,090. 41090. And subtracting out of it 12410, when we will subtract 12410, there will be a balance of 28680 on the credit side. On the credit side, you'll write down 28680. Understood? Now see, what does this mean? Since the Mala's debit side is greater than the credit side, that means Mala will have to contribute. Mala will have to further give 28,610 to the firm on the date of dissolution. Instead of taking any cash from the business, instead of taking any cash, Mala will have to bring in some cash and contribute to the firm, and that amount will be 2860 since the Mala's debit side is greater than the credit side. So that basically means Mala is having a you can say for the time being that Mala is having a loss. Mala will have to contribute through bank or cash. I'm writing bank account. Got it, everyone? Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now total both the sides 41090. Okay. In the similar manner, we will do the total of the Neela and Kala's account as well. And for the just a minute, totaling the Neela debit side 740 and 66980, we will get 967720. 67720, and subtracting out of it 8650 and 11210. That means again in case of the Neela as well, we have got a debit side greater than the credit side, right? And that means Neela will also have to contribute 47,860. Understood, everybody?
Yes,
Understood?
sir.
Is it clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, now we will close her account as well. 67720. Coming to the Kala's account. In the case of Kala, we are having a credit side. This time credit side is greater than the debit side. This time credit side is greater than the debit side. That means this time we will have to pay Kala on the date of dissolution 80620, sum total of the credit side. Subtracting out of it 370 2500, we will be getting a closing balance. Sorry, we will have to pay Kala on the date of dissolution 77750. and we'll write down to bank. Understood, everyone? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is it. This was the partner's capital account, and one more account is required in this question, which is bank account, right? So let's move to the bank account quickly. Let's prepare that as well. Bank account is easy. This is not going to take a lot of time. Bank account, particulars, all right. So in order to prepare the bank account, we need to write down the opening balance of the bank, which is already there in the balance sheet by to balance BD. Bank balance was 1210. 1210. Okay. Now see, bank will increase because Mala and Neela will be bringing in 28,680 and 47,860. So we will be increasing the bank account. We'll write down to Mala's account 28680 to Neela's account 47860, and we'll have to pay back. We'll have to pay Kala. So for that, we'll write down by Kala's capital account. Right, and we will be paying Kala what amount? 77750 77750. All right, is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now both the sides should tally, I guess. Let me just total it. Just a minute. One two 1 0 plus 28680 plus 47860. So it is 77775. All right. So this was our bank account. I hope this is clear, everybody. Anybody having any doubt, any problem, anything that you guys want to ask? Is everything clear in this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
It's clear. Okay. So in this question, we prepared the realization account, we made partners capital account, and we also made bank account. This is it. Okay. So this kind of question can also be asked in your examination. So there are two variety of question that is generally put up from this particular chapter. Question can be a type of question wherein you will be required to pass the journal entry, and it may be a type of question wherein examiner may ask you to prepare the ledgers. Whenever it comes to the formation of the ledger, uh, basically we need to prepare three ledgers: realization, capital account, and the bank account or the cash account, depending upon what is given in the question. Okay, so since this question is done, I think we can move to the next question. Just a minute. All right, so moving on to the question number 14. All right, everyone. I want you to quickly take the screenshot of the question, please. Question number 14, take the screenshot. This is not the complete question. I have the next slide as well. There are two more adjustments in this question. Apart from A, B, C, and D, we have two more adjustments, E and F. I want you to take the screenshot quickly. First, you take the screenshot of the slide, please. Everybody, let me know whenever you are done.
Done, sir.
And also take the screenshot of this part. Done, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so since I think we don't have enough time that we will be able to complete the entire question, but I think we can, we have sufficient time that we can prepare the realization account for this question. So guys, do you want to try and prepare the realization account for this question, please?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we have some time available in this session. So I think all of you can prepare the realization account for this question. You already took the screenshot, you have the complete question available. Consider all the adjustment, prepare the realization account quickly. I'm giving you 10-15 minutes to solve this question. Solve the realization part only. Apart from the realization account, everything else will be a homework. And this is the last question that we are discussing in this chapter. I'll be assigning few questions to you as well today that will be based on this chapter, combining both variety of questions wherein you will be asked to journalize the transactions as well as need to prepare the ledger. And I want you to go through those questions as well. And from the next class onward, we will be starting a new volume. In fact, we'll be starting the company accounts. All right. For the time being, just prepare the realization account for this question. I'm waiting for your answers. Complete it and let me know the answer. Let me know whether we are having a profit in the realization account or we will be having a loss.
Sir, will profit and loss account be recorded?
Profit and loss account will be recorded in the partner's capital account, not here in the realization account.
Okay, sir.
Profit and loss is basically it is a loss now, so it need to be distributed among all the partners in the old PSR. This is not relevant for the formation of the realization account. It is important when we will prepare the partner's capital account. That time you need to distribute the entire loss among all the partners and debit their accounts respectively.
Sir, in realization account, when any asset is realized, so its value will increase or decrease. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Evan. I didn't understood your question properly. Could you please repeat?
Sir, in realization account, if the assets are realized, will the value of the asset will increase or decrease?
Value of the asset will increase or decrease. What kind of question is this?
Oh, sorry, I mean,
See, whenever asset realize, that means we are able to sell the asset and we are able to recover some cash. So whenever assets realize, that need to be recorded on the credit side of the realization account under the heading to cash. On the sorry on the credit side of the realization account, you will put the heading buy cash, and you will record all the asset under it whichever is realized, if it is not taken over by the partner. If any asset is taken over by the partner, then the name of under the name of the partner, such asset will be recorded.
okay.
Sir, will there be a profit?
Alexander,
Yes,
you're
sir.
having a
Will there
yes.
be a profit?
Okay, you're having a profit. Just let me check. No, I think we will have a loss in this case as well. We
Okay.
will be having a loss. Done, everyone. Anybody is able to solve this question? Sania, have you tried? Mariam, you're doing
I'm,
it.
s- I'm still doing it.
You're still doing it. Okay. Pranav, done. You are also doing it.
Yes, sir, I'm doing it.
First of all, we will transfer all the asset on the debit side. Uh, and I'm sure all of you must have done that already. On the debit side of the realization account, we'll first of all write down plant, investment, stock, and debtors, right? And then on the credit side of the realization account, we will have creditors, bills payable, and there was one outstanding salary was also there, which was uh, so, which was there in the balance sheet on the liability side. So all these need to be transferred to the realization account. After that, it says that we are able to realize investment, plant, stock, and debtor, and the value of the realizable value of all these things is also given. So we will record that on the credit side of the realization account. So under bank, on the credit side, we'll write down investment, plant, stock, and debtor. Total of these will be 2,31,500, right? And on the credit, on the debit side of the realization account, we have paid off we paid off the outstanding bills, right? And outstanding bills of repair, a contingent liability was also there, which is matured, that need to be paid. Bills payable need to be paid. Creditors. So total liabilities that is getting discharged, sum total of all that will be 1,72,500. Just tell me if you are getting these values or not. And also Srijan's capital account will need to be written on the debit side, because Srijan will be paid commission 5% of the asset realized. So total asset realized was 2,31,500. On this, 5% is 11,575. Let me, if you want, I can show you. I can show you the solution of the realization account. Anybody is able to finish this question? Anybody is getting the loss? Tanya, Pranav, Alexander.
No, sir.
No. All right. Then so just a minute. Let me show you the correct solution of this question. Just a moment. Yeah. Here we go. Here we have the realization account. As you can see on the credit side, we have recorded all the liabilities, creditors, bills payable, outstanding salaries. On the asset side, we have plants, investment, stock, and debtors. So we have transferred all the asset and liabilities on the respective side of the realization account. After that, we are able to realize some cash on account of this sale of the investment, plant, stock, and debtor. So we are able to realize 2,31,500. And since the total value of asset realized is 2,31,500, that means Srijan will be paid a commission on this amount, 2,31,500 into 5%, that will be 11,575. This is the capital, this is the commission of the Srijan that need to be recorded on the debit side of the realization account to Srijan's capital account. And we will pay off the liabilities as well. Creditors and bills payable need to be paid off as usual. Outstanding salary need to be paid off. But there are information about other liabilities as well in the adjustment section. And therefore, we need to pay off the outstanding bills for repairs, and one contingent liability of 15,000 need to be paid off as well. Right. So this is it. And after recording all these values, when you will total the debit side, you will find that on the debit side, the sum total of debit side is 5,84,075. And on the credit side, we will be having basically the credit side is less than the debit side, and therefore we are having a loss of 2,0575 rupees. And this loss will be later distributed to the partners in their old PSR. And Srijan and Raman is going to get 81,030 each, and Manan's capital account is going to be debited by 40515. I hope this is clear, everybody. Is it
Yes,
clear,
sir.
Pranav, Alexander, Sania, Abin, Mariam?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so there is one more part of this question that is required to be done, which is the formation of the partner's capital account and the bank account as well. That I'm giving you as the homework. We are not going to discuss that right now. That will be homework, and from the next class onward, we will be starting a new topic, and I'll be assigning few questions on this chapter so that there are some questions so that you can practice. So I'll be assigning few questions. Make sure you complete the assignment on time. All right. So this is it.